Hey guys, it's Matt with Olympus Reptiles, and today it's from the window to the walls till the sweat pours off my balls. And if I sing anymore, we have to pay them for copyright, so we're not going to do that. We're going to show you the late season holdbacks. There may still be a few more coming, but these are going to be the ones that we didn't show you in our Jeepers Keepers video that have hatched since then. So we're going to start, I'll set you down, with this beautiful little pied female. Holy shit. Or, sorry, holy crap. That's all I can really say on there. I love this snake. You know, I do. The color is perfect. That's what I wanted in a pied. So much banding. White band, white band, white band, white band, white band. That was what I was after. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Almost number 6. Flames coming up here. You know, in the belly. A lot of white on there. Pieds are almost always a clear white belly, but I'm talking about what's coming up through in places. This thing is fantastic. Just fantastic. What do you think, Kurt?
Yeah, it's amazing.
Kurt, you're always so excitable. Yeah, it's amazing. Here, close up. Super Snake Cam. If anybody knows the other YouTuber that always does that, it's Super Snake. I don't remember exactly how he says it. He's pretty cool. If you ever want to see some crazy stuff, he's fun to watch. But usually be like, you know, Super Cordless Atrox Cam. Although this obviously isn't a Cordless Atrox. It's a real python. Or ball python if you're Americans like us. Alright, so that's the first one. Our female pied ball python. Loving her. Loving her. The other one that was part of our opening song is another one I'm really excited about. This is a clutch we didn't get exactly what we were looking for. We missed it by one gene, and that gene that's missing is spider. We were looking for a killer queen, but what we have instead is just a killer lesser. I'll take it. So this is a super pastel lesser, and it's a female. Look at the head on this. Isn't that great? Almost got a butterfly pattern going on, completely washed out. You know, we missed on those mystic potions, but these really kind of remind me of what we were looking for anyway, because I was hoping for a little heavier pattern. It's almost this, I call it almost a bruise color of purple. It's like a not quite gray, not quite black. There's a little bit of a purplish hue in there that I really like. Of course, if you all know me, you know I love purple. So you'll see me working towards that a lot. Just a really, and of course you get the lesser fade down the side. Just a really cool snake. I would love to add, you know, a few more genes in there. Maybe imagine fire flowing through there or something. Look great. So anyway, keeping that little girl. And, you know, we got plans for all these. This one is planned to make more pieds. Because I like pieds. Apply to some pied combos, etc. And then this one, I don't know what I'm going to do with it just yet. It's one of those few I just kept because I wanted it. Because it's got the super pastel, so it can never make a normal. But it can also make pastel bells. Like, if I bred this to a lesser male, I would guarantee you 100% that those bells are also pastel, which would be awesome because, I mean, it means the worst you can make is a lesser. You'll make a lot of lesser pastels plus the gene you put it to. If I put it to a pastel lesser male, which I have, there is a chance we can make super pastel bells. Really neat. They'd still look all white, but they'd end up being really clean. So that's one of our keepers. When they come over here, we're doing them kind of out of order. This snake is one I'm really excited about. Really excited about. And this is going to be a keeper. It hasn't shed yet. Should shed anytime. Literally any time. Chunky little monkey for being a newborn. Looks like it's had meals, but it hasn't. This is a in shed still Firefly Yellowbelly, we think, 100% het SK Xanthic. So what that means is, if you go back and watch the old one, or if you've watched any of my videos, you know you see Zeus like every other video because he's my fave. When I put Zeus to this, that has a chance of making what I really want. We'll get a possibility of another pastel gene in there. We'll get a possibility of a fire gene in there. Plus whatever else Zeus carries and that yellow belly. So you could be looking at the possibility of a super pastel fire yellow belly spider Xanthic. The yellow belly is just kind of a bonus in that pairing because it does clean things up and it should keep any spotting from coming up as much on the sides. But the super pastel fire spider Xanthic, I think, will be an all white black snake with the traditional spider pattern, maybe a little bit washed out, but it's not going to get gray. And you're going to see that Zeus here, as he continues to age, will get more and more gray. Almost looks like an Oreo cookie right now in the coloration. But that's going to come. And that's normal with zebra bees. It's because your bee darkens. As they darken, they gray. You get that killer gene in there. The 2 pastels, it makes it better. The fire cleans it up and enhances it even further. And the cool thing is Zeus and him, or her, are 100% unrelated. So we haven't done any inbreeding there at all when we pair those. So if we wanted to take some of those visuals and pair back to dad, we'd be 100% fine in doing so, because it would be a first generation of doing that. This came from my pastel xanthic male to my fire yellow-bellied female. So that's awesome. Couple more animals to show you. One that gets featured a lot. We just put a little food item in there if this one hasn't eaten yet. We'll let that try overnight if we need to. You are just intent on biting me today. Let's not bite Dad. That is our female banana. Here, let her look at you. So maybe she'll bite the camera for you, not me. And she is, we're keeping her because she's a female. And she's a banana. And we made her. That's pretty much the reason. I will probably put her to something else with banana. Banana combo down the road. The hope is to make some super bananas. That would be really cool if we could do it. Super bananas would rock. And with her being a female banana from a male maker banana, I think, still confuses me, she shouldn't be linked. She should throw 50-50, males, females, okay? So we should be able to make more female bananas with her. And I think that if I get a male from her, since it's a male from a female banana, that may actually be a female making male banana. I'll have to do some research, but that's kind of what I've been told by a few people. But I do know we'll do 50%. That's cool. Last but not least so far, certainly not least, one of those iconic snakes we all chase, the bell, the blue-eyed leucistic. And this is a super lesser bell, like all the ones we made this year, which makes them very, 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 very white. They are, a little bit of a shake in my hand. Always got that, too much caffeine. I think super lesser is still the whitest bell you can make. Some people argue Russo does just as good of a job or better. I like these because, one, they'll be white as snow as adults, and two, for other combos and just visually appealing, I prefer lesser over Russo, so you're going to make all lessers. By going super lesser, I also, when I bring it here, I'm not going to have to guess lesser Mojave. What am I going to get? I know if I want to put lesser to something, she's a key. I put a male to her, every baby gets lesser. So, pretty stinking awesome there. Everybody loves an all-white snake. I mean, after all, it was a whole 90s band, or, oh my god, I'm old 80s band. 80s band, I think. If there's any big white snake fans out there and they were 90s, just correct me. Alright, you've heard me sing, you've seen my balls, and my singing was terrible, I know. Is there any questions, Kurt?
No.
No?
No.
This whole video and I get a no? Come on, give me something. Give me something. There it is.
Why are you holding back mostly females?
The reason we're holding back mostly females is you can run a male to a lot of females, and I'm not going to tell you how to run your thing, because I know some people do a lot more than I do. We'll run one male through more. I like to run maybe through 3 females a year at most, but I breed my males pretty hard too. Like, I'm not I saw them lock twice and quit kind of guy. As long as they're locking and not losing weight and getting to eat, they get to keep breeding until the female's like, I'm done with you. And then I stop. So they breed a lot. But they can also go through, like I say, I trust one male to impregnate 3 females a year, no problem. And that means that your collection, when you're breeding, you kind of want to be female heavy. And we hold back more females than males for that purpose. It also takes me 2 to 3 years, usually 3. I don't rush them to get a female ready. I'm patient. I'm in this because I like it. So I don't have to power feed and push my female to get up to size and risk her. Take her time. So it's usually 2 years to 3 years. I always plan for 3. Some exceptions was like my killer bee. She did it in 2, but she was a beast from day one. I don't think she's ever missed a meal except for when she was pregnant. So you hold your females back because of that. And then too, if I want to bring in some outcrossed blood, which you have to do sometimes because you can inbreed a lot, but you don't want to get too inbred. You got to outcross. So if I start looking at my records and think, okay, I need to do some outcrossing and bring in some new blood. If I breed one male to 3 females and I want to outcross, it makes a lot more sense to go bring in a power male from somewhere else that's got 3, 4, 5 genes in it and bring him into my collection and run him through 3 females one year, 3 females the next year, and bring in new genetics and new blood that way. So that's why, I prefer to keep more females, and then I'll sell most of my males. There are exceptions, Zeus, things like that. And we brought in snakes this year, like this is one that we purchased. He gets a lot of camera time too anymore. And that is our Candino. And he's a male, so we did purchase a male. So much dirt on you. You're always dirty. So we did purchase a male Candino. And that's just so we can do that same thing. I can put them to my female albinos, bring in some new blood, some new genetics, and make some really cool Candino stuff. So that's kind of what we do. He just needs to grow some more. Rawr. He did eat our tumor mouse. All right, Kurt, any more questions?
No.
All right, guys, thanks for watching. You know what? When you get a few minutes, make sure to like us, subscribe to us, all that crap everybody else begs you to do. I might as well beg you to do too. And tell me which one of these holdbacks is your favorite. What do you like the best? Is it the Bell? Is it the looking like crap in shed Firefly Yellowbellied head Xanthic? Is it that Bitchin' Pied? Is it the Super Pastel Lesser? And I know I'm forgetting one. What one am I forgetting?
Female banana.
The female banana. How the hell did I forget that? Which one's your favorite? I don't know. Out of these, I don't know which one my favorite is. Kurt, what's your favorite?
The Bell.
The Bell. Kurt's favorite is the Bell. For me, it's kind of hit and mix or hit and miss. One day it's the Bell, one day it's the Pied. Some days I'm enamored with this. Other days I love what Question Girl always calls my unicorn, the female banana from the Mail Maker. So it just kind of depends on the day. Let me know what you guys like, though. All right, we'll talk to you next week.